Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of New Philadelphia Quaker basketball on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER. Special features in tonight's game include the Dover Philly Heating and Cooling tip-off, the Wendy's starting lineup, the national anthem brought to you by First Federal Community Bank, the Wood Electric Coaches Corner Show, the Commercial and Savings Bank Keys to the Game, the Kemp Insurance Stat Report, the McInturf Realty Halftime Show, and the Subway Player of the Game. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Newtown Mall, Dover Break, Dover Philly, Your Credit Union, Time and Charm, Hua Refinishing, and your local Lewis Family McDonald's restaurants. Now let's head to the Republic State Mortgage mobile studio for Quaker basketball with Big Z Sports.
Good Friday evening from Ray Avenue and 3rd Street Northwest. Welcome to WJER's continuing coverage of New Philadelphia Quaker basketball on the Sports Voice of the Valley. I'm Bill Morgan along with the coach Phil Tidrick, and from the Republic State Mortgage mobile studio, time for Quaker basketball. Phil, this team, New Philadelphia, coming off a road win Tuesday night. Now they're at home for the first time in seemingly a long time with another OCC matchup with visiting Wooster.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to get home for sure. And so, you know, hopefully the Quakers can keep things rolling playing against a Wooster team that Dover has already beaten, I believe. And so not really sure what they have there. Second-year coach Shea Richardson brings his generals down here, and it looks like they don't have anybody maybe as tall as Aiden Mushrush, but they've got 3 or 4 or 5 guys that are out 6'3", 6'4", so could be a very, very interesting matchup here tonight, Bill.
Coming up as a Friday night edition of the pregame show continues, it's the Wood Electric Coaches Corner as I talk with Quaker head coach Zach Ross. That's next with Big Z Sports and the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at doverbrakeinc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at doverbrakeinc.com.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 4th Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540. NMLS ID 62411. An equal housing lender.
Hungry for something fresh? Your local Subway restaurants are serving up exactly what you crave. Made-to-order sandwiches, wraps, and salads piled high with your favorite fresh ingredients. Whether you're fueling up for the big game or grabbing dinner on the go, Subway has the flavor you love and the choices you want. So stop in today and taste the difference at Subway. Subway, eat fresh. Proud sponsor of tonight's Player of the Game.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
The Wood Electric Coaches Corner is here on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WJER. Tonight, New Philadelphia at home for the first time in seemingly months as they take on Wooster. Happy to be joined by Quakers head coach Zach Ross. Coach, I guess what was that like for your team? If you feel like it had any relevance playing, I guess what was really like 2 straight weeks on the road?
Yeah, you kind of get lost in it. You forget about it when you're in the moment, and then when you finally realize you're at home, It's nice to be home, and you realize it has been a long road stretch, and for the most part, we handled it okay, especially whenever you have to encounter that adversity right off in the beginning of the season. So proud of our guys for getting through it. Hopefully we learned a lot of lessons. It's still December, and we're just trying to find ways to get better. So overall, good learning experience for our guys and good early adversity for us.
Coach, still in OCC play tonight as Wooster comes to town. What do you know about their basketball team headed toward tip-off?
Yeah, it always gets chippy every time we play Wooster. I know that. They got a young group. They got a lot of young kids playing. They got a mix of some juniors also and a few seniors that played on last year's team. So they're trying to figure out themselves. I know each game I've seen them, they get better and better. So and they're athletic, they're quick, they can really get to the paint. They got a couple guys on the outside that can shoot the three. So kind of like Tuesday, just a little bit more better version, I think. They're going to really challenge us in our one-on-one defense and our ability to play team defense. And they're a team that's capable of going on runs, and we got to make sure that we can handle that and respond to it.
New Philadelphia head coach Zach Ross on the Wood Electric Coach's Corner. Coach, reflecting back to Tuesday night, a road win. What did you like best from your team in that game? What do you want to do better tonight?
Yeah, I think right now our goal is just trying to get more collective minutes where we're playing Quaker basketball. And there's spurts of that throughout the year, and I don't think we've given the full 32 yet, which is a good thing. And I tell our guys, like, that's exciting for us that we haven't really put together a complete game yet. So there was some good moments, there's some bad moments. I think the best thing is that we got down 23-2, or 23-22, I should say, and then we responded and we went on, I think it was like a 23-2 run or something like that in between the second and third quarter. So our guys' ability to handle that on the road and not totally freak out and join together and trust each other and find a way to get that run up, and that helped us kind of secure the win. Obviously a lot of teaching points in the game, but that's what December basketball is for.
Coach, you used the phrase Quaker basketball. I guess define that for the people listening tonight.
Relentless, passionate, together.
It is all a part of New Philadelphia Quaker basketball all season long on the Sports Voice of the Valley. The keys for your team tonight, Coach?
I think just representing that culture, like I just said, those three words that we really harp on and talk to our guys a lot about, and just trusting who we are and trusting your individual self and making sure that team success over individual success.
Coach, as always, we appreciate it. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Quaker head coach Zach Ross. More on the pregame show is coming up with Big Z Sports and the Sports Voice of the Valley. Hey. High school basketball with Big Z Sports and the Sports Voice of the Valley. We were nearing the end of the JV game, getting ready to talk with New Philadelphia High School principal Ryan Range, but the fire alarm going off in the gymnasium. As for now, they are clearing the fans from the gym, so we will resume with what's going on from that perspective coming up in just a couple of minutes. So while the administration for the school, including Mr. Range, along with Director of Athletics Ricky Neff, try and sort through what's going on, normally when an alarm like this goes off, they will automatically contact the New Philadelphia Fire Department, who will respond to make sure that everything is okay, and then they will bring the teams back out. In terms of the JV teams, the freshman game already played and concluded with New Philadelphia knocking off Wooster there 53-48. And late in this contest, in terms of the junior varsity matchup, there was 1:01 to play when the fire alarm went off, and New Philadelphia leading that game by a single point at 44-43. So what we're going to do in terms of our audiocast being brought to you in part by the great folks at Peterman Plumbing and Heating, just hang with us, and you'll continue to see the graphic on the screen if you're using the Audiocast part of what we're doing. If you're listening for the broadcast, keep it where it's at, and we will hopefully resume within a matter of minutes. But meantime, they are working from a safety perspective to keep everybody safe and are clearing the gymnasium until they get the all okay sign from the New Philadelphia Fire Department and Chief Jim Parrish. So we're going to pause as a part of our pregame show. We'll come back and continue to get you ready for tip-off tonight. I've been doing high school basketball, let me think about this, for somewhere in the span of 30 years, and this is a first. I've never had to have a gym cleared because a fire alarm is going off. You never know what's going to happen when you become a part of one of these broadcasts, to be sure. We'll be back and tell you more in just a bit. The pregame show being delayed, the gym being cleared because of a fire alarm at New Philadelphia High School. This is Big Z and the sports voice of the Valley. Welcome back to New Philadelphia High School. A momentary delay, if you will, in our high school basketball pregame show on a Friday night. Phil, you and I have done, roughly guessing a couple of 100 games together. Have we ever had to clear the gym because the fire alarm was going off?
Boy, that's a good question.
The answer is no.
I've been in this gym when they cleared it once because they burnt the popcorn, but it was smoking.
Yeah.
But that might have been before you and I started doing games.
Probably.
I might have been a coach back then when that happened.
And the thing is, when something like that, specifically with the popcorn, happens, you're trouble because you're kind of a popcorn guy.
I like it. You don't like me much, but
this is, as they say, TMI. Now we're rejoined by our guest, Ryan Range. So Phil and Mr. Range are going to swap headphones. We'll never get Ryan Range to agree to be on the pregame show again because we had to clear the building, Ryan.
I must be bad luck or something. As soon as I came up here, I heard the fire alarm. But, hey, it wasn't in school. It wasn't during the day. So.
Well, fortunately, everything's okay.
Everything's good.
Yeah, that's kind of the bottom line. Now, tell us a little bit about, obviously, the first part of the school year is over. How did things go in the first several months?
You know what, Bill? It's been a great first half of the year. I can't say enough about our senior class this year. I've always said, and, it's obvious that a good senior class sets the tone for the school year, and certainly this class has done that. And they have a lot of spirit. They have a lot of fun. They're outstanding students, and I just couldn't be more proud of that class for being good examples for our underclassmen. So it's been a great year. We had Christmas Spirit Week last week. The kids dressed up, all 5 days of the week, and we had a lot of fun. Of course, this week was exam week. It was quiet, in the hallways.
That's
and
always
stuff,
good for an administrator.
Yeah, it's not bad ending the week with exams and hallways are quiet and whatnot. So it's been good. It's been real good. It's been a great start to the year. So
now, from an official school calendar standpoint, when will everybody come back?
So we get 2 full weeks off, and then students and staff return on January 5th. Then the semester ends on, I think it's right around January 19th. So we got 2 weeks of this semester left when we come back.
Well, this JV game about to wrap up. The Quakers are down by a point. They're going to have to commit a foul, and they do. 6 seconds to go. Wooster leading 45-44. When we talk about, what to look forward to in the second half of the school year, what happens then? How much planning going into effect for all of that?
Well, yeah, it gets pretty busy the second half of the year, Bill. We got, of course, graduation is in May. It seems like quite a long way away right now, but boy, it creeps up pretty quick, and we got to get things ready for that. And of course, we have prom coming up in May. Banquet night, that's always a fun night. So it gets busy in the spring. It gets fast and furious, but I really enjoy it.
Ryan Range, the principal at New Philadelphia High School, our guest. And Ryan, if you would, talk a little bit about what the Quaker Foundation does. I'm sure you experienced it as a student, a teacher, and now as an administrator. Really, as somebody who did not grow up in this community, I was really blown away at the dollar amounts the Quaker Foundation give to New Philadelphia graduating seniors every year.
Well, there's nothing like it, Bill. There's no other community foundation, alumni foundation like it. I'm fully convinced of that. We have such a supportive group of alumni that wants to give back to our kids and our seniors each and every year. And it's just amazing to see the dollar amount, like you said, Bill, that goes back to kids. And I am so thankful as a principal to see so many of our seniors receive, financial help, to go off and continue their academic career at the next level. So I believe the Quaker Foundation gave over $300,000 in scholarships last year, which is, like I said, it's just truly incredible. And, we're really blessed to have such generous alumni in our community.
Now, I know this is difficult to do when you're in New Philadelphia High School, but take off your administrator hat, put on your dad hat. What is that like, having both your son and daughter in the high school now?
They don't get any passes from me, Bill, I can tell you that. So I'm probably more harder on them than anybody. So, like I said, exam week was this week, so I made sure that they were home studying and getting ready and preparing for that. But, it is pretty cool to see them in the hallways. Not too many people can say that they get to go to work with their own kids each and every day. It's like take your kid to work day every day, even though my son can drive now and, I don't get to bring him to school anymore with me. So, but it's great. I wouldn't want to have it any other way. So. And
for those that don't know, several in the community do, but your wife is an educator as well.
Yeah, she's a third grade teacher at South. This is year 21 or 22 for her. She loves the little kids, the younger ages, and she's got the energy for them. So I look at her and I think to myself, I don't know how you do that each and every day, because you being an elementary teacher, you got to bring it every single day because those kids require a lot of attention, and she certainly matches their energy.
Well, April had a tremendous influence on my daughter when she was kind of switching careers early after college, and she subbed a little bit in the middle school and in the high school, and she was, I guess, kind of like April in this regard. She thought, I don't know if I really like the middle school and the high school. Let me try elementary. And April and several of the other teachers, specifically over at South, had a big influence on her in wanting to be an elementary school teacher, which she now is in the school.
Well, that's great, Bill. And I know April really spoke highly of Kayla and really enjoyed her and having her around. So it's no surprise that she's doing so well, and she's a good teacher.
I appreciate that. Now, let me ask you this. As long as you've been in education as first a teacher, now an administrator, are there big changes from when you went into the classroom as a teacher to where you're at now as a high school level administrator?
Yeah, it seems like it's different every year, to be quite honest.
Sure.
Graduation requirements seem to be constantly evolving. Testing is obviously different than what it was when I was in school. So, and of course the dynamics of the kids, outside influences, cell phones, there's just a lot of differences that, but we have to adapt, and we do that, and our staff does an excellent job of adapting to those changes and staying up with, current practices and things like that. So.
Well, and adapting never changes. You come up here to get a interview on the radio. Next thing you know, you're helping to clear the gym because the fire alarm went off.
It's always exciting here, Bill. It's always exciting.
You never know what you're going to get when you walk into NPHS.
Never a dull moment, buddy.
Well, Ryan, certainly we appreciate it. We appreciate you having the radio station. Have a wonderful Christmas with you and your
Bill.
family.
You too. Merry Christmas.
It is the principal at New Philadelphia High School, Mr. Ryan Range. We'll take a timeout on the pregame show, and when we come back, Coach Phil Tidrick and I will continue to get you ready for tip-off tonight. New Philly and Wooster with Big Z Sports and the sports voice of the Valley.
There's something special about Newtown Mall. It's more than just a place to shop, it's where the community comes together. Whether you're finding the perfect gift, meeting up with friends, or just enjoying a stroll through your favorite stores, it's a great time anytime. With local favorites, familiar faces, and new experiences waiting around every corner, there's always a reason to visit. Stay connected and see what's happening. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram or visit newtownmall.com today.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
Hi, this is Doug Peterman. For decades, my family and I have been proud to serve Tuscarawas County with honest work and dependable service. At Peterman Plumbing and Heating, we know your home deserves more than a quick fix. It deserves solutions backed by real experience. From plumbing repairs and sewer jetting to kitchen and bath remodeling, our team brings proven skills to every project. When you call Peterman, you're getting a crew that treats your home like our own. Every single time. Peterman Plumbing and Heating. Plumbing solutions backed by experience.
High school hoops tonight with Big Z Sports and the sports voice of the Valley. New Philadelphia battling with Wooster. I'm Bill Morgan with the coach Phil Tidrick. Coming up after the game tonight, Phil and I going to name a Subway player of the game, brought to you by our locally owned by the Fitzgerald family Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. And Phil in the win over West Holmes out in Holmes County on Tuesday night. A big game from the big man, senior Aiden Mushrush, who had 20 points and 5 boards, maybe one of his best games as a Quaker.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. I know that was his career high, I believe. But, we've been waiting for that for, really. He come out last Tuesday and made some nice inside post moves, that kind of thing. And, I keep trying to tell Coach Suds and Coach Ross, I said, hey, try to get him the ball because, he's 6'6" and he's pretty athletic. And, I was always kind of played favorites toward the big guys a little bit, although to me, if I'm starting the team, my first guy I'm getting is a point guard. And I think the Quakers have a pretty doggone good one in Reed Wells. But, hopefully they, can mix it up a little bit, get the big guys the ball in there between Aiden and Harper Mushrush, and see what the Quakers can do tonight. I think it's a big game for them, going in and trying to make sure things go right because their next game is until, Saturday, I believe. And that's in that some kind of holiday tournament down in Toronto where they play, I believe, West Muskingum.
2 of Aiden's 20 points came on a dunk in that game, and that's something that in terms of a dunk, we don't see too much in Quaker basketball. I know Stephen Emig, who played for you. Stephen had a couple of dunks, and I'd be maybe Jeremiah Harding before that.
Oh, for sure. Jeremiah did as well. And, we had multiple with Jeremiah and Stephen, although they didn't play together, played at different times. But, we probably had 4 or 5 or 6 dunks in the time I was coaching, and I was the head coach. When I was coaching, I tell you what, I could go back and, we might have had 1 or 2 others in the previous 20 years, I guess.
Yeah,
really.
Well, I guess my point being right, Coach. We don't see that too often with Quaker basketball. So Aiden's 2-hand jam against the Knights, a big one on Tuesday night to be sure. Coming up, more on the pre-game show as we tell you more in-depth info on the Quakers and visiting Wooster. This is the Sports Voice of the Valley.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
In basketball, a game can be won or lost with the right call. Real estate is no different. Hi, this is Jan McInturf, and when it's time to buy or sell a home, the right call is to McInturf Realty. For over 30 years, our team has delivered results, making us your trusted local real estate choice. We're grateful for your continued support and are ready to help you make the right moves in real estate. Visit us online at McInturfRealty.net. Make the call to McInturf Realty.
This holiday season, Dover Philly Federal Credit Union celebrates the joy of community.
We're proud to be here for you.
Whether it's supporting local schools,
empowering families with financial wellness,
or making a difference in neighborhoods across our region.
Thank you for trusting us with your financial journey.
From all of us at Dover Philly, we wish you a joyful holiday and a bright new year ahead.
Together, let's make the new year the best year yet. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
High school basketball tonight from the Quaker Gymnasium as New Philadelphia plays host to Wooster. Phil Morgan and Phil Tidrick coming to you from the Republic State Mortgage Mobile Studio. Republic State, your hometown lender, supporting all our local communities. Republic State Mortgage in New Philly, building relationships one home at a time. NMLS number 211540 and NMLS ID 62411. Republic State Mortgage, an equal housing lender. Time now for our commercial and savings bank keys to the game. Brought to you by CSB, They're on West High right here in New Philly, along with locations all across the area in Bolivar, Sugar Creek, and Janaden, and longtime locales in Holmes and Stark counties as well. The Commercial and Savings Bank coach the keys tonight for Zach Ross's team.
Well, you know, I'd say just about. I'm pretty easy when it comes to keys to the game. But I think the Quakers need to continue with their defensive pressure. I think the defensive pressure, other than a few minutes here or there, has been pretty solid all year long. And I think they're going to have to do that. And I think offensively, I think they need to continue to do the same thing that they've been doing so far.
The Commercial and Savings Bank keys to the game, brought to you by CSB West High in New Philly, along with Sugar Creek, Bolivar, and Janaden, and their other locations, long-time places in Holmes County and Stark County. The Commercial and Savings Bank. Learn more at CSB1, that's the word one, not the numeral, CSB1.com. On the way, we'll check our Wendy's starting lineups. It's New Philadelphia and Wooster from Philly High tonight on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
New Philadelphia and Wooster about 8 minutes away from tipping off tonight in the Quaker Gymnasium. You'll hear me say my name, Bill Morgan, the coach Phil Tidrick. The third part of our crew tonight, Marcus Clemence from Claxon Communications. Marcus he's kind of the brains behind this operation, Phil. I don't know if that's saying too much, considering you and I are the other part of it, but if he doesn't do what he does with the computer and all that fancy stuff, we're not even broadcasting tonight.
Well, better him than me, I can tell you that, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think from a technical perspective, Adam Soweski or Casey Claxon want us handling any of that, to be sure. So thanks to Marcus for his work tonight. Time now for our Wendy's starting lineups, brought to you by our area Wendy's restaurants. Wendy's, where their recipe is quality. For visiting Wooster, led by second-year head coach Shay Richardson. Number 24, Brock Bowen, a 6'3 junior. Number 3, Trayvon Edwards, a 6'3 senior. Number 22, a senior as well, 6'4 Drew Thomas. Number 10, Samuel Shantz, a 6-foot freshman. And number 14, Adrian Jelks, a 5'11 sophomore. On the opposite side of the scores table tonight, for New Philadelphia and their head coach, Zach Ross, 2-1 on the year in the OCC, 4-1 overall. Number 1, senior Isaac Roman Willie, standing 6'2". Number 24, also a 6'2 senior, Quinn Miller. The big post presence, number 30, Aiden Mushrush, a 6'6 senior. And at the guard spots, number 5, T.R. Harriman, 5'10 and a junior. And number 4, that talented point guard, Reed Wells, a 5'8 senior. Those are your Wendy's starting lineups, brought to you by your local Wendy's restaurants. Thanks to Chris and Emily Lane for bringing you our starting lineups before every high school basketball and football game. Play-by-play drawing closer and closer to Quakers and Wooster tonight with Big Z Sports and the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Hey, wake up! New drinks just dropped at Wendy's. Cold foam, cold brew coffee, and sparkling energy. Both the caramel and the chocolate cold foam are just, so good. And the pineapple citrus and cherry limeade sparkling energy each have 80 to 120 milligrams of added caffeine. So whether you need a treat first thing or to just stop yawning already, mornings hit different. To pick up a new pick-me-up, gotta be Wendy's. At participating U.S. Wendy's.
Being involved in a fender bender or major collision can be a stressful experience. Let the professionals at QA Refinishing Company in Dover help you get back on the road as quickly as possible. Our friendly staff will assist you throughout the process from writing the initial estimate on your vehicle to picking it up when repairs are finished. QA Refinishing has years of experience working with all major insurance companies, and our talented staff will make sure your repairs are performed correctly with a perfect paint match. Been in an accident? Call QA Refinishing.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Dr. Nathan Springer, T-County's #1 orthodontic specialist, is accepting new patients and is now proudly offering complimentary consultations. Dr. Springer's dedicated team of dental professionals is committed to creating beautiful, confident smiles from a wide variety of treatment options, from traditional applications to the latest innovative orthodontic advancements, including Invisalign. Join Dr. Nathan Springer's Winning Smile team today. 107 Ray Avenue in New Philadelphia, conveniently located just 2 blocks from New Philadelphia High School.
Another matchup of OCC opponents tonight as New Philadelphia plays host to Wooster. I'm Bill Morgan with Phil Tidrick, and the Quakers, after tonight's matchup, are off until Tuesday when they have their first of 2 matchups of the season, when they will take on the Dover Crimson Tornadoes over in Tornado Alley, and we will have that broadcast for you on WJER.com on 100.9 and AM 1450. Now, Phil and I will not be on the call of that game, and people get all excited. How come you're not going to have any of the Quaker broadcasters? Well, the way the management decided to do that, it's probably a very good idea. The Dover guys will cover the game at Dover, and the Philly guys will cover the game at Philly, and when that matchup, Phil, comes up later in the season, you and I will have a very special guest in that second Dover-Philly matchup, the voice of the Cavaliers, Tim Alcorn.
Yeah, that'll be kind of neat. You know, I mean, I know that he's done the Dover game, but most of the time it's been over at Dover when he's been available. It just so happens that it works out next Tuesday, or the Tuesday coming up, that he's, not this Tuesday, but that's by late in the season, probably in February or so, I would imagine.
I would believe
that, you know, that we'll see him, and hopefully the Cavs are playing a little bit better by then.
Let's hope so. And by the way, if you're kind of making a mental note of it, that game, by the way, I do not know this off the top of my head. I happen to have a Quaker schedule magnet in front of me. It's February 13th when Dover comes to New Philly, and Tim Alcorn will be here with the coach and I. Up next, it is our play-by-play action. New Philadelphia and Wooster coming right up with Big Z Sports and the sports voice of the Valley.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans.
Learn more about First Federal Community Bank at firstfed.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
At Dover Philly Heating and Cooling in downtown Dover, they know the best advertising is a satisfied customer. That's why they guarantee customer satisfaction with every job. Check out DoverPhillyHVAC.com to read real reviews from real customers who were really satisfied.
This is Jim Moser. As the only designated trained comfort specialist in Tuscarawas County, my team and I will provide honest and knowledgeable service to keep your family comfortable year-round.
If you need service or a new system, call Dover Philly Heating and Cooling at 330-343-5511.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
high school basketball with Big Z Sports and WJER, the sports voice of the Tuscarawas Valley. I'm Bill Morgan, along with Phil Tidrick. Momentarily, the national anthem here at the Quaker Gymnasium, and the national anthem prior to every high school basketball broadcast with Big Z and the sports voice of the Valley, brought to you by First Federal Community Bank. Begin your financial future with First Federal Community Bank, investing in our communities since 1898. First Federal Community Bank, member FDIC. And having said that, the president of First Fed down being honored on the floor for their support of the Quakers.
Yeah, and I don't know who that is, but that's Trent Troyer?
It is Trent Troyer.
I thought so. I had him in school years and years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
That was a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Now we will go courtside for tonight's national anthem. National anthem before tip-off tonight, brought to you by First Federal Community Bank. First Federal Community Bank, investing in our communities since 1898, member FDIC. Three-person officiating crew for tonight's game: Clay Manning along with Mitchell Miracle and Jesse Smith. And Coach, you were telling me that you know Jesse Smith.
I do. You know, he was, that was when I was a JV coach, so a long time ago. I had him a few times when we were in the old Federal League. You know, he used to be a JV official back then, and he's moved up to a varsity officiating, and hadn't seen him in a long, long time.
What about that part where he gave you a technical one?
Yeah, well, I met him at the center circle. So that's, I tell you what, I think I only had two my entire time I was a JV coach, and that was about 15 years. So, you know, I wasn't one of those guys that got a technical for a purpose. That one was for a purpose. And I just think, to me, it just hurts your team. And, you know, I wasn't smart enough to go out and do that on purpose. You know, I had to concentrate on what I was doing. I don't know how those other guys, they get all fired up about stuff, but that's, hey, to each their own.
On the public address duties tonight, Mr. Darren Lautenschlager, and if our good buddy and longtime friend Denny Trimmer is listening, Coach, 2 home games, and they've had to have 2 different guys replace him. Ricky Neff did it in game number 1. It's Mr. Lautenschlager tonight in game 2.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to replace a guy that's really, really good at what he does. And not that Darren and Ricky didn't do a good job, but, you know, Denny's, you know, I worked with Denny for a few years. You worked with Denny for a few years doing games. And he's very, very good at what he does. We hope him a quick recovery and hope to see him in the gymnasium soon.
Well, I know this, that he and his wife Suzanne's company, Solid Rock Photos, had their holiday gathering last night, and DT was at the gathering. So while he's been recovering, as we all have tended to do when we're recovering from something, maybe not out in public a lot, and I know Denny, I'm sure, was happy to be around. And maybe, if we're fortunate enough, we'll have him behind the mic here in the Quaker Gymnasium before this season does come to a close. Our opening tip-off tonight brought to you by Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your local Train, that's Train, Trane, comfort specialist in downtown Dover. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, offering 24/7 emergency service. If it's wicked cold tonight, and it will be, the wind chill going to be unbelievably low, and something goes wrong with the furnace, call them. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, 343-5511. Whether it's 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning, Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. Aiden Mushrush jump center for New Philly against Wooster's Drew Thomas. And Aiden easily winning the Dover Philly Heating and Cooling opening tip-off, and the Quakers start the game with the ball. Reed Wells over to Quinn Miller, right sideline, front court back to Reed, top of the key. He dumps it to T.R. Harriman. Harriman back to Quinn Miller, cue to the free throw line, works it left side to Isaac Roman Willie. Now to T.R. Harriman, pass inside to Aiden Mushrush, flips it up to the left hand, around the rim 2 different times, and in for Aiden Mushrush. And the Quakers lead early, 2-0, 7:28 to play in quarter number 1. Worcester's first possession of the night. They'll gun a 3-shot, no good. Generals the rebound, flipped up with the left hand, no good. Battle for the rebound off of Mushrush's hand, right underneath the bucket. It'll be Worcester basketball. 7:17 to go in the first quarter. New Philadelphia leading Worcester 2-0. Generals inbounding. It's the freshman, Samuel Shantz. You know you're pretty good as a 9th grader if you're starting in hoops at a school the size of Wooster.
I agree with that. That's a tough thing.
Well, he makes a tremendous pass. Shantz whips it inside to Jelks, and Jelks lays it up and in. We're tied at 2 off of the assist from Shantz. 2-2, 6:52 to go in the first quarter. The Quakers with their second possession of the night. T.R. Harriman into the front court, hands it off between the circles with the right hand to Reed Wells. Wells being guarded by the freshman, Shantz. I think Reed looking for a pick. Instead, bounce pass right wing to T.R. Harriman. Harriman dribbling waist high with the left hand. Nearly lost the ball, instead pushed it to Wells. Wells floats it up with the right hand, shot no good. Rebound ripped down by Trevon Edwards, the senior for Worcester. Generals quickly into the front court. They get the ball out to Shantz, drives the right baseline. Nifty move by the 9th grader. Lays it up and in from the right side with the left hand. 4-2. Generals with the lead. Quakers working to get the ball in, and they do to Wells. Wells backcourt right sideline. Going to come into the front court. Gets a little bump. Stops. Works it over right side to Mushrush. Now back to Reed. He'll shoot for 3 points. Bangs off the back of the rim. No good. Long rebound. Chased down by Worcester's Brock Bowen. He gets it to Jelks. Jelks drives in. His shot, an air ball. Isaac Roman Willie grabbing the glass for New Philadelphia. Worcester up by 2, 4-2, 5:24 to play in the first quarter. Reed Wells going to triple from the left corner and find nothing but the net on the 3 ball from Reed Wells. 5-4 New Philadelphia. 5:20 to play, quarter number 1. I'm Bill Morgan with the coach. Worcester with the basketball. Pass, dumped, into the hands of Drew Thomas. Thomas works the right baseline, puts a shot up, no good. Reed Wells, backside rebound. Reed going to come into the front court, gets the ball off to Mushrush, a little pump fake, and gets the Worcester defender off the glass. Aiden puts it up and in with the left hand. Quakers 7, Worcester 4. Generals with the ball just under the 5-minute mark of the opening quarter. The ball to Jelks, and as Jelks caught the pass, a whistle and a foul on New Philadelphia. Quakers getting ready to send in 3 subs momentarily. Harper Mushrush coming in. He'll replace brother Aiden, Jackson Martini. And also in for New Philadelphia, junior guard Lincoln Murphy. 7 for Quakers. Referee Jesse Smith handing the ball to the Generals. They'll work it in at Shantz on the left sideline. Makes a pass left wing. 3-pointer, gunshot, no good. Rebound right side, grabbed by the Generals. They kick it out to Jelks. Jelks will triple and hit it. And a whistle. And what do we have? A foul. And that'll be on Worcester, but the bucket counts after the 3 by Jelks. He's got 5 of Wooster's 7, and the Quakers and the Generals are deadlocked at 7. Lincoln Murphy, three-quarter court in the back court, quickly dribbles right side, across the timeline, and then dribbles it off his right foot. Does recover it in the back court, but that's over and back on the Quakes. After the New Philadelphia turnover, Wooster will inbound from the front court, left sideline, right in front of the Quaker bench. They get the ball to Drew Thomas, left wing. He gives it up to Edwards. Now into the hands of Shantz. He'll drive the right side. Nice pass inside, but Thomas can't control it. They kick it back out. Three-point shot drained by Trayvon Edwards. Kind of been a game of many runs so far. New Philadelphia was down 4-2. They scored 5 straight, but since that time, Wooster scored 6 straight. They lead 10-7, just past the midway point of quarter number 1. Quakers and Wooster. From New Philadelphia High School, Jackson Martini going to air a triple. Right corner, no good. A long rebound to the freshman Shantz. Quickly into the front court comes Wooster. Long three, bangs off the rim, no good. Left side rebound by New Philly's Quinn Miller. Pushes it front court to Lincoln Murphy. Can't control it off of Lincoln's hands and into the Wooster student section. Another Quaker turnover. 3:28 to go. In the opening quarter, Wooster leading New Philly 10-7. Quakers coming into this game. An impressive start to the season, 4-1 overall, 2-1 in the OCC. Nice pass by the Generals, cutting back door was Brock Bowen. Got the pass, put it up and in. Quakers down by 5, 12-7. Lincoln Murphy taking an inbounds pass from Jackson Martini. Lincoln left side through it, right side to Reed Wells. Wells going to come into the front court, dribbling waist high with the left hand. Goes back to Murphy. Murphy right wing to Martini. He will triple. That shot, nothing but glass and no good. Rebound quickly into the hands of the Generals. They throw it out on top. Another 3-ball. That one's no good. Off the hands of Jack Thomas. Quakers with the rebound. Jackson Martini with the basketball. Jackson comes top at the key, picks his dribble up over to Murphy, left corner. Lincoln down the left baseline, lost the basketball. With the ball, Jelks running the other way, going to go all the way to the hoop, lay it up, no good, Adrian Jelks. But he is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Will Jelks to shoot 2. Jelks has 5 of the Wooster 12 points so far. 12-7, Wooster in the middle of an 8-0 run. Quakers led 7-4, but have not scored since then.
You know, they've gotten good looks. You know, just can't knock them down.
Foul called on Jackson Martini. Jelks at the line shooting a pair, hits the first, making it 13-7. Aiden Mushrush back in for the Quakers, replacing younger brother Harper Mushrush. Jelks gets the basketball back. Second shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound yanked down by Jackson Martini. And he gets bumped, fouled from behind. That's going to go on Wooster's Jack Thomas, the sophomore. On the floor for the Quakers, Quinn Miller along with Aiden Mushrush, Jackson Martini, Reed Wells, and Lincoln Murphy. Wells getting the inbounds pass, backcourt, crosses midcourt, high on the right, down to the free throw line, goes left baseline, Aiden Mushrush, jumper, no good. Aiden tried to save it in, but he doesn't because he bounced it off a Wooster player, Jamison Ingmar, and Ingmar saved it back in. Ingmar's got it on the opposite end, throws it outside left wing to Trayvon Edwards. Edwards going to put it on the floor, dribbling between the circles. 1:52 to play in the first quarter. Quakers trailing by a half dozen. Ingmar with the basketball, showing patience is Wooster offensively this time. Ingmar, top of the key, off to Trayvon Edwards. Wooster running that offense. Edwards with it. Left wing to Jack Thomas. Ball slapped away in the backcourt. Lincoln Murphy has it, goes to the glass, lays it up, misses the layup from the right side, but Lincoln's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 1:28 to play in the opening quarter. Quakers trailing 13-7, and we don't have the number to share with you, but the Quakers haven't scored, I would say, in about 3.5 minutes.
It's been a while.
Murphy shooting a pair. Lincoln's first of 2, airborne, in and out, no good. And Phil, you mentioned this Tuesday night. The Quakers, unfortunately, have struggled with the free throw line.
They really have. I think, 50%. That's not very good for a high school basketball team.
Murphy's second toss after a quick knee bend, up and in. Lincoln's first point, and that breaks a 9-0 Wooster run. Quakers trailing 13-8. 1:20 to play in the first quarter. Long three, up and in. It was Javen Mitchell. And Wooster, that's really the difference in the game right now. They've got 3 threes in the first quarter and lead 16-8 with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Aiden Mushrush handing off left wing to Isaac Roman Willie. Quakers now to Murphy. Murphy between the circles, dumps it near the left corner to Reed Wells. Wells dribbling to the free throw line, into the paint. Now out left side to Isaac Roman Willie. He cuts into the paint, floats it up with the right hand, dances on the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Mushrush. Out to Wells. Reed gonna triple and hit it again from 3-point range. His second three. The Quakers cut that lead to 16-11, under 30 seconds to play in the opening quarter. With the basketball, Wooster. Their lead is 5. General's probably going to work that ball around for a last shot here in the first quarter.
They were running the delay. 2 guys up top of the guy on the foul line. They just interchange.
They push it to Ingmar. He lost it, regained it, nearly threw it away. The ball covered in the corner, and then they do throw it away. Lincoln Murphy with the ball, and he does not get the shot off as the quarter comes to a close. After 8 minutes at NPHS, Wooster leading the Quakers 16-11 with the sports voice of the Valley.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 4th Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540. NMLS ID 62411. An equal housing lender. You have to refresh to be fresh. And at Subway, they're always evolving to serve up craveable food and a great workplace. Subway is committed to nurturing talent and growing careers. Whether you'd like to become a part-time sandwich artist or if you're looking for a career in management, Subway wants to meet you. Subway's mission is to fuel your potential with competitive wages, flexible hours, opportunities for benefits, even a meal plan to keep you feeling fresh and full. Apply today by visiting subway.com and clicking on careers.
After one quarter, Wooster leading New Philly 16-11 at New Philly. Quakers led in scoring in the first quarter by senior guard Reed Wells, 2 threes for his total of 6. The Generals with the basketball to start the second quarter. Trayvon Edwards, a 6'3 senior, got a nice backdoor pass shot, no good. On the drive to the bucket by the freshman Chance, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Chance, 6 foot and a 9th grader, fouled by Aiden Mushrush, his first. Chance at the line, a big deep breath, spins the basketball in his hands, 4 thigh-high dribbles and flips it up and in. Chance with 3 so far, Wooster leading by 6, 17-11. Chance getting the basketball back. Takes a long look at the hoop. 5 dribbles this time. Puts it up. That's off the back of the rim. No good. The rebound to New Philly's Quinn Miller. Quakers going to need to get a secondary scoring push from Quinn to be sure to fight their way back in. Wells with the ball now near the right corner. Over to Isaac Roman Willie, right side corner. He throws it back out high right to Wells. Wells penetrating out to Isaac, right wing. Isaac off to Harriman, pushes the left corner to Quinn. Quinn going to shoot for three, a little bit long, no good. Aiden Mushrush, the rebound, double teamed on the right baseline, but gets it back over to Wells, right corner. Wells lobs it inside to Mushrush, pushes it out to Harriman. TR penetrates inside the paint, pushes it right corner to Wells. He steps back for a three and drains another. 3 threes for Reed Wells, and the Quakers cut the lead, not so coincidentally, 2-3, 17-14, a minute into the second quarter. Generals with the basketball. They send a pass inside to Edwards. Edwards got it to Ingmar. He's double teamed, forces a shot up, no good. Nice rebound by Isaac Roman-Willie on the defensive glass. Quakers into the front court. Isaac with the ball now. Dribbles to the free throw line. Makes a pass right baseline to Aiden Mushrush. Mushrush picked his dribble up. A little bit of trouble, but then got out of it by flipping it high right sideline to Reed Wells. Wells to Isaac Roman-Willie. Backdoor cutting Quinn Miller. Quinn with the bucket, the assist to Isaac Roman-Willie. And the Quakers have sliced the lead to 17-16, 6:15 to play before our Mac and Turf Realty halftime report. Wooster with the basketball. They played the other T-County team in the OCC, Dover, on Tuesday night at Wooster. Dover winning that game. Shantz with the basketball. The freshman dribbling, free throw line left side extended. Bounces it over in the corner left side. Quakers doing a good job defensively here in the early goings of the second quarter. The ball passed out on the right wing, three-point shot halfway down, rolls back out. Aiden Mushrush, the Quaker defensive board. New Philly quickly into the front court. Isaac Roman-Willie, left corner, drives in. His shot blocked, but a whistle and a foul on Wooster. I don't believe second-year Generals head coach Shea Richardson enthralled with that call. And Phil, you were telling me that Coach Richardson played his high school hoops at Tradition-Rich Canton McKinley.
Yeah, I can remember the name. It's been a few years, obviously, but you know, the Quakers have done a nice job defensively. They still can't shoot free throws, by the way.
As Isaac Roman-Willie misses the first of two.
But, you know, that's something. They played pretty good defense. They've got some ball movement. You know, they're doing some things right. They just got to make free throws. You know, 50% honestly is unacceptable.
Isaac's second shot up and in. We're tied at 17. Wooster led it 16-11 at the end of the opening quarter. The only point they have so far in the second, a free throw from Samuel Shantz, but the Quakers have countered with 6 and tied it at 17.
A lot of backdoor action, to be honest. A lot of backdoor.
Ball away shot by Shantz, no good. The rebound tipped out to Quinn Miller of New Philadelphia. Quakers come into the front court. No surprise, point guard Reed Wells controlling in the center circle. Hands it off high right to Quinn Miller. Quinn over to Lincoln Murphy. Murphy driving into the paint. Now out to Wells. Wells going to triple again. That's off the right side of the rim. No good. Long rebound all over the place. The ball, now the Quakers get it, and Quinn Miller had it and lowered his shoulder, and you're going to get caught with that every time.
Yeah, you know, what the Quakers need to do, and they've done this over the last few minutes, is they've taken away Wooster's backdoor cuts. So, you know, if they continue to do that, they're going to be okay, because they got burnt early like 3 different times on the backdoor cut.
Backup point guard for Wooster in, a sophomore, 5'9" guard, Javon Mosley. Mosley going to come into the front court, hand it off to Thomas. Now, speaking of backdoor cuts, Wooster got it. They laid it up and in, and a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go on Lincoln Murphy. Lincoln looked like he might have tweaked that ankle again coming down.
He did. He got when Shantz, what came down, he landed on Lincoln's ankle.
So Shantz gets the bucket. He'll go back to the free throw line where he had 1 of 2 earlier in the quarter. 19-17. Wooster leading, and the ninth grader for Wooster, trying to complete the three-point play. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Held ball called, and the possession arrow pointing in favor of New Philly. T.R. Harriman checks in for the Quakers, so T.R. on the floor along with Harper Mushrush, Reed Wells, Jackson Martini, and Isaac Roman Willie. Reed going to bring the ball into the front court, stops left of the key, steps back, he'll triple and hit another. Reed Wells 4 threes in the first half. He's essentially been the Quaker offense. 2019 New Philly as we approach the midway point of the second period. Mosley with the basketball. Center circle, passing right side to Shantz. Shantz penetrating, and a foul going to be called, I'm assuming, on New Philly. It is maybe Jackson Martini. It is, and I think that's Jackson's second. It is, so he'll come out. Wooster will inbound just to the left of their hoop. Mosley with the ball. Mosley throws it left sideline. Wooster working the ball around. Mosley gets it back high on the right side, guarded by Wells. Gets the ball to Thomas. Thomas, mid-post right, backing down, throws it out. Top of the key to Edwards. Edwards back to Thomas. Hanging out that mid-post right spot he likes so much. Now to Bowen. Bowen can shoot. We saw that last year up at Wooster.
Yes.
2019 Quakers, 3:35 to play before our Mackin Turf Realty halftime report. Mosley's got the ball now. Mosley dumps it over on the right sideline to Bowen. Bowen dribbles at top of the key. Quakers trying to steal the ball away, and they do. Reed Wells has it. Throws it to Murphy on the run out. Lincoln to the glass, lays it up and in. 22-19. Wooster doesn't like what they're seeing, and Shea Richardson asks for and gets timeout. 3:13 to play before the half. New Philadelphia 22, Wooster 19 with Big Z Sports and the sports voice of the Valley.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
WJER with New Philly in the OCC battling Wooster. The Quakers leading 22-19. The Generals were up by 5 at the end of the first quarter, but here in the second quarter, New Philadelphia has outscored Wooster 11-3. Generals with the ball after a Wooster timeout. Mosley with it on the right wing. Backs it out high right, being ball hawked by Reed Wells. Spins now to the free throw line. Got it to Edwards. Edwards stopped in the paint. Shot partially blocked by Aiden Mushrush, serving up the facial. Then the big guy grabs the rebound. New Philly into the front court. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Wells in the center circle, trying to get some help from T.R. Harriman, and does. Handing it off to T.R. Pretty close to that midcourt line. T.R. pushes it. Left of the key to Parker Rieger. Now over to Wells on the right wing. Wells got it to Mushrush. Mushrush to the glass. Flips it up with the left hand. No good. An offensive rebound by Aiden. Ball knocked out of his hands, but Rieger comes up with it. He fires a pass over on the right side to Wells. Reed fakes a man out, drives to the hoop. His shot blocked, but Reed's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. 2:17 to play in the second. Quakers leading 22-19. Reed Wells, who's got 2 triples in the first quarter, 2 more three-point bombs in the second, goes to the free throw line. Quick knee bend, flips it up and in.
You know, if you're looking at somebody that has worked their tail off to become a pretty good basketball player, Reed Wells has done that. You know, he's gotten a lot stronger and a lot of experience. You know, this is his third year starting, and I tell you what, he's a pretty doggone, he's a self-made player, that boy is.
And he drains the second, 24-19 Quakers. Wooster having scored but 3 so far in the second quarter. Quaker lockdown defense for Coach Zach Ross and company. Chance with the basketball, dribbles to the top of the key. Lincoln Murphy picking him up. They try to throw a pass, and Chance nearly lost it, regained it, threw it out to Jelks. Jelks triples, that's a brick and no good. Ball poked away by the Quakers. Parker Rieger has it. Now he has it poked away from behind. It's Trayvon Edwards, top of the key, leans in for a 3, rims out, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by the small Sky on the floor. T.R. Harriman. Quakers hustle into the front court. And the ball poked out about. It was going to be off a read, but then one of the Wooster Generals tried to save it. Edwards over in the corner, and Edwards touched it last along that right sideline about 15 feet from the Generals bench. On the floor for the Quakers, Austin Pringle checking in for the first time tonight. The ball's inbounded immediately to Austin, right baseline. Pass nearly stolen away. Austin gets it back. He gets it blocked from behind. Edwards with the Wooster rebound. 1:22 to play in the opening quarter. Chance driving in. He gets cut off, loses his dribble. Out of bounds, Quaker basketball.
You know, like I said, you know, the Quakers have hung their hat on defense here. Pretty much, you know, other than maybe a quarter and a half or 2 quarters against Mansfield Senior, but take away that quarter and a half, and the Quakers have played pretty good defense all season.
Ball inbounded, backcourt right sideline to Wells. Wells going to come across midcourt. Passes, right corner. Isaac Roman Willie drives in. His shot partially blocked. Isaac feeling like he got fouled, no call. And the Generals come the other way. They work the ball to Jelks. He drives to the hoop. Dipsy-do layup try, no good. That's out of bounds. I'll tell you one thing. This Wooster team outside of Mansfield Senior, probably the quickest team up and down the floor the Quakers have seen.
Yeah, they're pretty athletic. But the Quakers themselves are athletic as well. So, you know, it's one of those deals that you're matching, you know, we've got some seniors, they've got younger guys. So, so far the experience is kind of working out a little bit for the Quakes.
They've got the ball. Backdoor cutting Lincoln Murphy. Murphy off to Mush Rush. Lincoln probably had a good shot there and made one. He was a little bit too unselfish, perhaps. Jelks drives in. Layup try, no good. Aiden Mush Rush, the rebound. Bodies down all over the floor. It's Harriman and Jelks underneath the basket, both slow to get back down the floor. 27 seconds to go in the half. Quakers with the rocket in the front court, leading by 5. 24-19, 24 seconds to play in the half. Reed Wells holding on to the ball, left of the center circle, 15 to go. Zach Ross calls in a play from the Quakers sideline. Now to T.R. Harriman, 10 seconds to go. T.R., high post, Isaac Roman Willie, backdoor cutting, Aiden Mushrush, who lays it up and in off the assist from Roman Willie. A half-court shot by Chance, no good as the first half comes to a close. New Philadelphia with a dominating second quarter heads to the locker room with a 7-point lead at the half. New Philadelphia 26 and Wooster 19. Time now for the McInturf Realty Halftime Report, brought to you by Jan McInturf and his outstanding group of realtors at McInturf Realty, Tuscarawas Avenue in New Philadelphia. The Quakers up by 7 at the half with Big Z Sports and the sports voice of the Valley.
Think Newtown Mall is just for shopping? Think again. With a great mix of local favorites and national brands, it's the perfect place to find what you need and discover something new. Whether you're checking out the latest trends, grabbing a bite to eat, or just enjoying the atmosphere, it's a great time anytime. Make a day of it, bring a friend, and experience the mall like never before. Stay in the loop. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and visit newtownmall.com to see what's happening.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
This holiday season, Dover Philly Federal Credit Union celebrates the joy of community.
We're proud to be here for you.
Whether it's supporting local schools,
empowering families with financial wellness,
or making a difference in neighborhoods across our region.
Thank you for trusting us with your financial journey.
From all of us at Dover Philly, we wish you a joyful holiday and a bright new year ahead.
Together, let's make the new year the best year yet. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In basketball, a game can be won or lost with the right call. Real estate is no different. Hi, this is Jan McInturf, and when it's time to buy or sell a home, the right call is to McInturf Realty. For over 30 years, our team has delivered results, making us your trusted local real estate choice. We're grateful for your continued support and are ready to help you make the right moves in real estate. Visit us online at McInturfRealty.net. Make the call to McInturf Realty.
Running a business is challenging, but managing your finances shouldn't be. This is Carrie Miller, Cash Management Officer at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We understand that time is money, which is why we offer a suite of cash management solutions designed to streamline your operations. From online banking to merchant services, we have the tools you need to keep your business moving forward. Visit our website at csb1.com or call 800-654-9015 to learn more. The Commercial and Savings Bank, your partner in success, member FDIC.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 4th Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540. NMLS ID 62411. An equal housing lender.
The McInturf Realty halftime report is here on the Sports Voice of the Valley. New Philadelphia leading Wooster at the half, 26-19. The visiting Generals led this game 16-11 at the end of the opening quarter, but the Quakers would come on strong in the second period, both offensively as they pointed 15 and especially defensively when they allowed only one Wooster player to score in the second, as he got all three of their points, the freshman Samuel Chance with a field goal and a free throw. At the half, a 26-19 lead, and WJER and Big Z Sports happy to have you along tonight. And when you're ready to make the call on buying or selling real estate in the Valley, make the call to McInturf Realty. 330-364-SOLD. 330-364-SOLD for McInturf Realty, located on Tuscarawas Avenue in New Philadelphia. McInturf Realty. And coming up in just a moment, the coach, Phil Tidrick, will give us all of our numbers from the opening two quarters of play, which find New Philadelphia leading Wooster 26-19 on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
To be a success in basketball, it takes a team effort, a smart coach, a take-charge starting lineup, and cooperation. And the same is true when it comes to insurance. Your local insurance agents, Nathan and Don Kemp, and the team at Kemp Insurance are dedicated to providing a strong lineup of plans for a winning future. Let Kemp Insurance provide you with all-star coverage for your auto, home, farm, business, and life. For a secure financial future, get the winning team at Kemp Insurance on your side. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years. East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
As a part of the McInturf Realty halftime report, the Kemp Insurance Stat Update brought to you by Nathan and Don Kemp at Kemp Insurance, East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Nathan and or Don, any of the great folks there, happy to give you a free quote on all of your insurance needs at Kemp Insurance. Phil Tidrick in now to take a look at our team numbers from the first half tonight.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bill. For the visiting Generals of Wooster, they were 4 of 12 inside the three-point line, 33%, 3 of 11 behind it, 27%. 7 of 23 for the Generals in the first half, 30%, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 40%. They had 9 boards, turned it over 6 times, and had 4 assists on their 7 buckets. For New Philadelphia in the first half, they were 5 of 12 from inside the three-point line for 42%. They were 4 of 9 behind the three-point line, 44%. So they were 9 of 21 from the floor, 43%. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 67%. 16 big rebounds, turned it over 5 times, and they had 7 assists on their 9 buckets. And we'll take a quick break and come back with the individual scoring for tonight's basketball game.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Okay, welcome back to the Kemp Insurance halftime stat report here. Individual stat report for the first half of tonight's Wooster visiting New Philadelphia here. Okay, for the visiting Generals, what they have is they were led in scoring by 5'11" sophomore Adrian Jelk, who had a 2-point, 3-point, and a throw for 6. You had a 6-foot freshman, Samuel Shantz, had 2 buckets and a throw for 5. You had Trayvon Edwards, who hit a triple for 3. Brock Bowen, who had a bucket for 2. And Javon Mitchell, who had a triple for 3. For your New Philadelphia Quakers in the first half, it was the Reed Wells show. Reed Wells, 4 of 6 from behind the arc, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 14 big points for the Quakes. Next in line was 6'6" senior Aiden Mushrush, who went 3 of 5 from the floor for 6 points. Excuse me. Quinn Miller had a bucket for 2. Lincoln Murphy had a bucket and a throw for 3. And Isaac Roman Willie had a throw for 1.
That is your. Yeah, you got more?
No, you're good.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. I might have jumped in there.
That's
too
okay.
soon. I've done that at timer 100. It is Phil Tidrick with our Kemp Insurance halftime stat report. Get nationwide on your side. The call to the offices of Don and Nathan Kemp. They're out on East High in New Philly. They are happy to give you a free quote on all of your insurance needs. Whether you're talking auto, home, life, or crop insurance, because at Kemp Insurance, they know how important agriculture is to Tuscarawas County. Kemp Insurance, where they're wishing you a very happy holiday season. Up next, second half play-by-play. New Philadelphia leading Wooster 26-19. This has been the McInturf Realty halftime report on Big Z and the Sports Voice of the Valley.
At Dover Philly Heating and Cooling in downtown Dover, they know the best advertising is a satisfied customer. That's why they guarantee customer satisfaction with every job. Check out DoverPhillyHVAC.com to read real reviews from real customers who were really satisfied.
This is Jim Moser. As the only designated trained comfort specialist in Tuscarawas County, my team and I will provide honest and knowledgeable service to keep your family comfortable year-round.
If you need service or a new system, call Dover Philly Heating and Cooling at 330-343-5511.
Second half play-by-play being brought to you by Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, your local trained comfort specialist in downtown Dover. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling offering 24/7 emergency service, so when you get to that wintry weather like we're getting now, whether we like it or not, contact the folks at Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, whether it's 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon. Dover Philly Heating and Cooling, 330-343-5511. And we're coming to you, the coach and I, from the Republic State Mortgage Mobile Studio, thanks to Dan and Ruth Long at Republic State Mortgage. NMLS number 211540 and NMLS ID 62411. Worcester will have the ball to start the second half, trailing 26-19. Edwards with the ball, dribbling between the circles. They work it out to Jelks. Jelks slashing inside the paint. Now the ball worked down low. Shot no good by Brock Bowen, but he rebounds his own miss and flips it back up and in. 26-21. Quakers leading in with the ball. Quinn Miller into the front court, dumps the ball back into the center circle, into the hands of point guard Reed Wells. Wells works it to Isaac Roman Willie. His pass tipped away, but Reed covers it right of the key. Now he passes right wing to Quinn Miller. Miller penetrates into the paint, dumps it left corner to Roman Willie. Now he whistles a pass out of bounds, was looking for Reed Wells, and it went out of bounds right sideline.
Not the way you want to start the half with your first possession. You don't want to turn it over, especially really an unforced turnover.
Wooster with the basketball. It's the freshman, Shantz, who had 5 in the first half for the visiting Generals. Shantz, left corner, drives the left baseline, cut off, throws the ball. Aiden Mushrush knocked it away, couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds, left baseline to the left of the Wooster hoop, and the Generals will get the ball back. Inbounded by Bowen to Shantz. Shantz left of the key. Back over to Bowen, who came to get it right side. Bowen into the hand of Jelks. Jelks is quick, knifing right side. Now they work it to Edwards. Edwards between the circles. Into the hands of Bowen. Now to Shantz. Shantz spinning. Boy, a nifty over his head lay-in. Up and in by Shantz. Shantz now their leading scorer with 7. They cut the Quaker lead to 3, 26-23, 6:23 to play in the third quarter. Reed Wells with the ball. Pushes it over to T.R. Harriman. Penetrates into the paint, jumps it up from 10, rattles around the rim, won't go down with the rebound. It's Wooster. They quickly come the other way. Shantz had the board, got to go coast to coast, flip it up, misses, grabs the rebound. Nice pass to a cutting teammate, up and in, Brock Bowen, and it has quickly become a 1-point game. And boy, Zach Ross doesn't like what he's seeing at all as the Generals begin the third quarter on a 6-0 run. Timeout, New Philadelphia. 5:57 to play in the third. Quakes by 1, 26-25 with Big Z and the sports voice of the Valley.
Hungry for something fresh? Your local Subway restaurants are serving up exactly what you crave. Made-to-order sandwiches, wraps, and salads piled high with your favorite fresh ingredients. Whether you're fueling up for the big game or grabbing dinner on the go, Subway has the flavor you love and the choices you want. So stop in today and taste the difference at Subway. Subway, eat fresh. Proud sponsor of tonight's Player of the Game.
Subway Restaurants, a proud sponsor of our Player of the Game award every high school basketball and football game. Subway, eat fresh. New Philadelphia with the basketball after an NPHS timeout. As the Quakers work it around, a whistle and a foul on Wooster. It's going to be charged on the 6'3 senior, Trayvon Edwards.
Kind of ticky-tack, to be honest.
Well, one of the things we never like to see, whether it's on Wooster, and like you said, Coach, that one was on the Generals, ticky-tack. And the Quakers throw it right into the hand of Jelks. He's going to drive to the hoop, miss it, tipped by Shantz, no good. He grabs his miss, his putback try. That's a miss, but a whistle and a foul on New Philly. I guess what I was going to say as the Generals prepare to go to the line, really there weren't too many fouls at all called in the first half. We don't know that there's going to be a lot called in the second half, but you don't want to see the refs changing the way they call the game.
Well, the Quakers are very careless with the basketball on an out-of-bounds play. That's just unacceptable, to be honest with you.
Shantz shooting 2, hits the first. He's got a Wooster team-high 8, and we are tied at 26. Wooster having started this third quarter on a 7-0 run. Shantz getting the ball back. Knee bend and puts it up and in. Not that he's the greatest high school basketball player ever, not what I'm saying. But boy, they steal it away. They dump it inside. Edwards layup trying no good. Battle for the rebound. And Jackson Martini going to come down with it for the Quakers. Reed Wells with the ball now. But for a 9th grader, he's playing tremendous basketball. Reed Wells into the front court. He floats it up and in with the right hand. Reed with his 15th and 16th points of the night, and the Quakers take the lead back by 1, 28-27. 5:11 to go. We are in the third period. It's Drew Thomas with the basketball for Wooster. Top of the key to Shantz. Shantz going to drive the left side of the lane, flips it up over a couple of defenders. Jelks a great rebound, got it to Bowen, put it off the square and in, and Bowen's foul. Bowen has 6 in the quarter, and Wooster retakes the lead. 29-28. So Bowen trying to complete a three-point play.
Kind of reminds me of the Cavaliers, the way they're playing in the second and third quarters, to be honest. How lax with the ball, not getting rebounds.
Bowen free throws it up perfectly and in. So 30-28 Wooster. And the Generals going to apply full court pressure. Lincoln Murphy trying to inbound and lobs it backcourt left sideline to Harper Mushrush. Back to Lincoln. Lincoln now to Reed Wells, three-quarter court. He'll dribble across the midcourt into the front court. Gives the ball back to Harper Mushrush. Drives to the glass. Boy, nice, strong move by Harper. He put it up and in.
I'd like to see him do a lot of that. You know, good strong move, good finish.
30-30 Quakers and Wooster. 4:30 to play, third quarter. Driving in, Jelks up and in. Boy, when you talk, Jelks has 8. And a whistle and a foul on Wooster. But boy, you look at Jelks, a 5'11 sophomore, and Chance, a 6-foot freshman. The future's bright if you're Shea Richardson and Wooster.
You know, it is. And they're very aggressive. The Quakers just got to do a better job of handling the basketball, handling their pressure, rebounding the ball, and they haven't done that so far in this half.
Quakers get it to Jackson Martini. He passes right corner to T.R. Harriman. Harriman's pass deflected. Reed Wells has it. He'll triple in and out. No good. Off the front of the rim. The rebound yanked down by Jack Thomas of Wooster. 32-30 Generals. We passed the midway point of the third quarter. And away from the basketball, I think we're getting an illegal screen on Wooster. That's going to go on Trayvon Edwards. Quakers get the ball back. The foul on Edwards, his third. Replacing him on the floor, Brock Bowen. Well, and I guess if you're Shea Richardson, the way the third quarter is going, you'll take that trade because Bowen's got 7 in the quarter. Quakers inbounding, and Lincoln Murphy has the ball slapped away by Jack Thomas, the sophomore. Lincoln looking, lobs it backcourt along the right sideline into the hands of junior guard T.R. Harriman. T.R. going to come into the front court, throw it to Martini. Martini puts it on the floor, spinning into the paint. Left corner, driving Murphy back out to Martini. He'll shoot for 3, rolls off the rim, no good. That rebound cleared out by Javen Mitchell. Quickly into the front court comes Wooster. Jelks going to drive in, misses the wide open layup. Ball tipped around, Wooster's got the rebound. Outside, 3-point shot, that bangs off the rim. Wooster another offensive rebound. They kick it back out, another miss. Lincoln Murphy with the rebound. And a whistle and a foul. I think that's going to go on Jelks. It is of Wooster.
You know, there again, there's another 3 shots at the basket because the Quakers don't rebound it.
It's really been a tale of 3 different quarters. In the first quarter, Wooster put up 16 on the board. The Quakers limited them to 3 in the second quarter. But here already in the third quarter, Wooster has put 13 on the board. Quakers with the ball. They get it, Aiden Mushrush, mid-post, drives the right side. The big man lays it up and in, Aiden Mushrush. We are tied at 32. Aiden now has 8 tonight. Generals with the basketball in this tied game. Mitchell with the ball, left of the center circle, front court. Bounces it, boy, a nice pass push to Brock Bowen. Bowen laid it up and in. Bowen has 9 in the quarter. 34-32 Wooster. T.R. Harriman losing the ball momentarily, regaining it, being guarded by Mitchell as he comes into the front court, hands it off to Reed Wells. Wells going to put it on the floor, work his way into the paint, bounce it in the corner to Roman Willie, pushes it right back to Reed. Reed on the left wing. He'll shoot for 3, rolls off the rim, no good. That ball tipped out of bounds. They say last touch by Wooster's Brock Bowen. It'll be Quaker basketball. Now, you often hear broadcasters use the phraseology back and forth, and that's what this game has been tonight. Right now, Wooster getting the better of it, 34-32. Quakers to inbound. Just to the left of their hoop. T.R. Harriman to a cutting Lincoln Murphy. Murphy has it poked out of his hands by Jack Thomas, the sophomore. The ball will stay with the Quakes. So they inbound again just to the left of their bucket. They lob it out to Isaac Roman Willie at the free throw line. Isaac going to put it on the floor, work it over to Murphy in the right corner. Lincoln spinning. Gets cut off right side. Now to Aiden Mushrush. Mushrush dribbles across the top of the key, hands it off to Reed Wells. 1:53 to play in the third quarter. Quakers down by a deuce. Mushrush with the basketball left side. The 6'6 senior gives it up to the junior T.R. Harriman. Harriman drives left side in the corner. Lincoln Murphy going to shoot for three, misses. Rebounded by Isaac Roman Willie. Fights his way back to the hoop. Too strong off the glass, no good. Aiden Mushrush trying to save it in bounds. They say last touch by Wooster, says official Jesse Smith. I don't know about that one, but if you're the Quakes right now, down by a pair and struggling offensively in the third quarter, you'll take anything you can get.
They sure can, because they're not lighting it up offensively for sure. But, they've got some good shots. They're passing up some good shots, too.
Quinn Miller left corner. He'll shoot for 3 points. High off the rim and no good. The ball rebounded by Wooster. Jelks has it now at midcourt. Quickly into the front court comes the sophomore Adrian Jelks. Shea Richardson, the Wooster coach, bellowing out a play from the bench. He's about 6'5.5". The coach, a big fella. Now out to Bowen. Bowen's three-point shot blocked, but he grabs it back. Wooster still controlling Bowen with the basketball. 1:02 to play in the third quarter. Bowen dribbles to the right sideline. The ball into the hands of Jack Thomas. Thomas now to Jelks, standing just in front of the center circle. Jelks works the ball into the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell tries to whistle a pass inside toward the left baseline, out of bounds. Wooster turnover, Quaker basketball. 51.5 seconds to play. In the third quarter, Wooster up by a pair, 34-32. Quinn Miller inbounding, and I think we're going to get another foul call on Wooster, and Quaker's going to go to the line to shoot free throws. That foul going to be called on Java Mosley. Now the Quakers going to have to convert on some of these. Reed Wells at the line. He is 2 of 2 tonight. His first one up and in. Reed's got 3 in the quarter, 17 for the game. Easily game high for either team. 34-33 Wooster. 51.5 to go in the third quarter. Wells, the talented 5'8 senior point guard, gets the ball back. His second shot airborne and in. We're back to tie, 34-34. Mosley going to bring the ball into the front court. Another talented underclassman for Shea Richardson's team, Javon Mosley. 5'9", only a 10th grader. And a 5-second call. Boy, the Quaker coaching staff.
Well, as they should have been. That was about 8, really.
Well, and associate head coach Kyle Sunheimer bellowing for that call, jumping up and down, and he got it. 34-34 has the Quakers inbound with 34 seconds to play in the third. Reed Wells into the front court, throws it high left to T.R. Harriman. T.R., a junior, puts it on the floor, hands it back to Reed with 24 to play, right side of the floor. Reed looks the clock, 18 to go. He's guarded by Mosley. Throws it back high right to Harriman with 13 seconds to play. Now to Reed. Reed right of the center circle. And that big NP painted on the floor. 7.5 to go to TR. Back to Reed, right of the key. Reed cutting to the hoop. Gets pushed down, flips it up. And no foul. Reed's called for traveling. 1.5 to play. Zach Ross says, "Are you kidding me? That's not a foul." So Wooster Going to try and throw a long pass down the floor. They get it in. I think that's Jack Thomas. His half-court shot no good as the third quarter comes to a close. 3 periods in the high school basketball history books at New Philadelphia. It's the Quakers 34, Wooster 34 with Big Z and the sports voice of the Valley.
Family owned and operated for more than 50 years, Dover Brake specializes in sales and service of everything involving automotive and heavy-duty brakes, along with a vast selection of truck parts and accessories. They also offer alignment, custom U-bolt bending, industrial sandblasting, bonding, and more. And now, you can find the parts you're searching for with a complete in-store inventory updated regularly at DoverBrakeInc.com. Safely shop and pay online and have your purchase delivered, or pick it up at Dover Brake, Route 250 in Strasburg, online at DoverBrakeInc.com.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Fourth quarter action just getting underway from New Philadelphia High School. And as the Quakers inbound, we are all of 2 seconds into the fourth quarter, and a whistle and a foul on Samuel Shantz, the freshman. Our broadcast being brought to you in part by the great folks at Peterman Plumbing and Heating. Doug and company making this possible. As you're with us on the Audiocast, you can see the Peterman Plumbing and Heating logo on the lower right-hand side of your screen. Peterman Plumbing and Heating in Dover. Quakers with the ball. Quinn Miller driving in. Left-handed shot, no good. That ball rebounded by Edwards of Wooster. 34-34, Quakes and Wooster. This could well be one of those games. Who's got the basketball last? We'll have to wait and see. Drew Thomas with the ball, puts it on the floor, comes left side, hands off to Jack Thomas. Generals showing some offensive patience on this possession. Drew Thomas with it, left of the key, throws it back over to Shantz. Shantz going to put it on the floor, slice into the paint to the glass. Layup try, no good, but he is fouled. And the freshman will go to the line. I believe the foul is going to be on New Philly's Quinn Miller. Foul on Miller is his fourth. So Shantz at the free throw line. He's got 9, second for Wooster tonight. The freshman will shoot 2. His first of 2, up and in. So that free throw knocked down by Shantz. Breaks the 34-34 tie, 35-34 Wooster.
You know, Bill, the Quakers need somebody other than Reed Wells to step up. You know, right now, they're not getting many shots at all at the basket.
Shantz's second shot, that is nothing but the net. So he's got 11, 5 of which have come from the line. 36-34 Wooster. Quakers with the basketball. Reed Wells going to cross midcourt on the left-handed dribble. Now comes toward the center circle. Throws it to Jackson Martini. Quakers almost lost it. Wells recovered it. Swings it out to Aiden Mushrush to Martini. Martini will triple and hit it. A big 3 ball from the sophomore. Jackson Martini allows the Quakers to regain the lead on Jackson's first 3 of the night. 37-36 New Philadelphia. Jelks with the basketball, pushes it between the circles to Drew Thomas. Thomas now over left side to Jack Thomas. Thomas going to throw it back to Edwards. Edwards right of the center circle, being guarded by Martini. Shantz with it, the freshman to the sophomore Jelks. Jelks off into the hands of Drew Thomas. Thomas holding on to it right side, guarded by Mushrush. Over to Jelks left side, top of the key, Drew Thomas. He'll triple off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, bodies all over the floor. A whistle. I think they're saying held ball. They are, and it's Wooster basketball. So the Jackson Martini triple gives the Philly Quakers a lead by 1, 37-36. 5:50 to go. We're coming deep from the Republic State Mortgage Studio. The ball inbounded. Thomas misses it. Rejected by Aiden Mushrush. Quakers the rebound. They'll come the other way thanks to Dan and Ruth Long at Republic State Mortgage for making it all possible. A timeout called will keep things here in the Quaker Gymnasium. New Philly up by 1, 37-36. And as Quaker fourth-year head coach Zach Ross calls for time, when he grabs that dry erase board, what do you look for him to be drawing up at this point in the game, Phil?
Well, that's a good question, to be honest with you. You know, they had some success with Aiden Mushrush in the first half, you know, getting the ball inside. They haven't went to him one time in the second half inside. Obviously, Reed Wells scored pretty good in the first half. You know, he's got 4 here in the second half, but they got to look to get him some shots and get the ball inside to Aiden Mushrush. That's what I feel, because like I said, I like the big guys touching that ball. And if they don't have the shot, they can kick it back out. And maybe we get an outside shot from Wells or Murphy. And, you know, the Quakers have not been very good here in the second half offensively whatsoever. Now, Wooster stepped up their defense some and taken the Quakers out of some of the things that they want to do. But maybe that three-point shot by Jackson Martini can get him going and get the Quakers going here a little bit.
Jackson certainly has the ability to shoot from downtown, but he has struggled in recent games. He will inbound into the backcourt to Reed Wells. Wells going to bounce it above the top of the key to Isaac Roman Willie. Willie got it backdoor to Lincoln Murphy. He pump fakes, shot no good, but Lincoln's fouled and he'll go to the free throw line. Well, one thing that's been good to see on Lincoln's behalf here tonight, in that first half, he came down on an ankle, and he kind of hobbled off the floor momentarily, but he looks to be okay, Phil.
Well, you know, sometimes, you know, you can just kind of get it hit a little bit, and it kind of scares you a little, and then you come back and you play pretty well. So
Lincoln shooting free throws, hits the first. 38-36. Lincoln tonight has 4 points. On the floor, in addition to Lincoln Murphy, Isaac Roman Willie, Aiden Mushrush, Jackson Martini, and Reed Wells. Murphy's second shot, that's up and in. Quakers leading 37-36. Wooster working the ball around, and it's stolen away by Jackson Martini. Martini on the run out to the glass, lays it up and in. Jackson Martini. Wooster doesn't like what they're seeing, and now their head coach, Shea Richardson, will call for time. New Philly up by 5, 41-36, as they have started this fourth quarter by outscoring Wooster 7-2. Nearly 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, Phil, Wooster has yet to put a field goal up.
That is pretty good. And the Quakers get back to playing a little bit of defense. You know, they've done that all year, and really, if you think about it, there's 5 minutes to go in the game, and one team has 41 and the other one has 36. So obviously pretty good defense being played. And what the Quakers need to do is they need to continue doing what they're doing so far and just be patient now and work the ball. They're going to get a good shot if they just take care of the ball and move it around, and hopefully they can do that.
Wooster will inbound. Jelks to throw it in, and he does to Brock Bowen. Bowen was red hot in that third quarter, so he had 9 of Wooster's 15 in the period. Quakers leading by 5, 41-36. Bowen with the ball in the center circle. Bounces it left of the key to Jelks. Jelks looking for some help, puts it on the floor, drives down the right side of the lane. Shot blocked. Rebound Lincoln Murphy. Jelks comes up hobbling. Murphy into the front court, bounces it right baseline to Aiden Mushrush, and a whistle and a foul on Wooster. And I thought at the other end of the floor when Jelks missed the shot That was a good no call by the officials. Jelks initiated that contact on the shot attempt.
I thought it could have been an offensive foul, to be honest with you. You know, you got to go down, and grunt a little bit, get yourself a call from the officials.
Quakers inbounding. That foul was called on Travion Edwards.
That's his fourth.
Quakers working the ball around. Aiden Mushrush right at the key to Wells. Wells going to triple again. No good. Nearly went down. Jackson Martini rips down the offensive rebound. Pushes it back out to Reed Wells. Right now, a little bit early to be talking about this, but it's a
T.R. Harriman in for Isaac Roman Willie here.
More ball handling perhaps out on the floor. Jack Thomas with the ball now in the front court. Works it in the corner. Shantz driving, nearly traveled. Wooster maintains possession of the ball. Jelks has it just in front of the center circle. Hands it off to Brock Bowen. Bowen, after putting 9 on the board in the third quarter, hasn't scored in the fourth. Now to Drew Thomas. Thomas back to Bowen. Bowen drives into the paint, pushes it over to Jelks. He'll triple and drain it. Adrian Jelks. Jelks 5 in the second half, 11 for the game. That cuts the Quaker lead to 2, 41-39, 3:13 to play in regulation. Reed Wells with the basketball, passing right wing to Jackson Martini. Top of the key, right back to Reed. Reed against Jelks. Bounce pass over to Lincoln Murphy on the left wing. Lincoln hands it right back to Wells, who came to get it now to Mushrush. Mushrush to Harriman, top of the key to Martini. Jackson driving the right side of the lane, turnaround shot, bangs off the right side of the rim, no good. The ball rebounded by Wooster. Wooster can tie it with a bucket or take the lead with a 3. 2:33 to play in the fourth quarter. Quakers up 41-39. The ball loose in the paint. They kick it outside. Wooster, a brick of a 3. Jackson Martini trying to save it in. Can't do it. Out of bounds right underneath the Generals basket. They'll get a chance to push it in. Isaac Roman Willie, the 6'2 senior, checking in, replacing Jackson Martini, the 6'5 sophomore, who's had 5 key points here in the fourth quarter. Wooster inbounding, looking, they get it into Bowen. Bowen on the left sideline, got to drive into the paint, push it over to Drew Thomas. Thomas going to triple. That's a brick off the front of the rim, but Thomas got his own rebound. Threw it over in the corner to Jack Thomas. Now the ball to Shantz. He'll drive into the paint, has a shot blocked out of bounds, and they say that's going to be Quaker basketball. Shea Richardson cannot believe it. I can't either.
Well, I'm with you on that one. That would be definitely a replay.
Right. And Coach Richardson saying, what are you talking about? And Coach has a great argument.
He does. That was definitely out of bounds off of the Quakers.
Blown call. And as Lincoln Murphy fighting pressure comes into the front court, a reach-in foul going to be called on Jack Thomas. Well, now there's 2:02 to go. The Quakers lead by 2. And the next foul on Wooster will put the Quakers in the bonus for the remainder of the game. Trayvon Edwards checking back in. He's got 4 fouls. He'll give Drew Thomas a break. It's Edwards along with Jack Thomas, Samuel Shantz, Jelks on the floor, and Brock Bowen. Quakers inbound all the way into the backcourt. Reed Wells has it, quickly comes back into the front court. Off to Isaac Roman Willie. He passes quickly. Isaac, right wing, into the hands of Quinn Miller. Over to T.R. Harriman. Harriman going to drive in from the left side, bounce it back out to Isaac Roman Willie. Now to Wells. Wells, right wing to Quinn Miller. A minute and a half to play. The Quakers up by 2. It's a one-possession game with 90 seconds to go. Wells, right wing, and then an offensive foul going to be called on the Quakers. Mushrush going to be called for the foul. And now there's some jawing going on. Aiden not happy with Edwards. And Aiden's not normally the kind of guy to be talking trash. And he had a few words for Edwards as he walked down the floor. Wooster calling for time. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 1:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Quakers 41, Wooster 39 with Big Z and the sports voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
Quakers leading Wooster 41-39, 1:30 to play. Generals with the basketball after an offensive foul called on Aiden Mushrush. Aiden's on the floor, along with Lincoln Murphy, Quinn Miller, Isaac Roman, Willie, and Reed Wells, the five that started the game for the red and black. Ball inbounded to Shantz. Shantz only a ninth grader, and he's played well tonight for Shea Richardson.
He's going to be a nice player.
He gets the ball front court to Bowen. Bowen top of the key over to Shantz on the right wing, deep on that right wing. Now he slices into the paint, gets off to Jack Thomas. Thomas to Jelks. Jelks in the paint. Ball slapped away. Isaac Roman Willie has it. Quakers screaming for a timeout, and they get it called from the bench. Coming to you from the Republic State Mortgage Mobile Studio in the Quaker Gymnasium, where we are about a 20-second drive from the Republic State Mortgage offices on 4th Street Southwest. Dan and Ruth Long, always great support of Quaker football and basketball. They are your hometown lender. NMLS number 211540 and NMLS ID 62411. Republic State Mortgage, an equal housing lender. 41-39 Quakers. They've got the basketball in the backcourt. One of our three officials doing mop-up duty of perspiration on the floor.
We used to have people underneath the hoop that used to do that. Tell you what, must be kind of tough getting help these days. I don't know what the Quakers are going to do. Honestly, I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him hold it.
Quinn Miller inbounding to Isaac Roman Willie. Boy, he's double teamed on the sideline. They threw it away. Jack Thomas drives in, lays it up, and then we're tied at 41. Quakers trying to inbound, pressure again to the backcourt. Quinn Miller dribbling, waist high into the front court, works it left sideline to Lincoln Murphy. We're tied at 41 with 48 seconds to play. Quakers with the basketball. Both teams, if the scoreboard is correct, 2 timeouts left each. Isaac Roman Willie to Quinn Miller. Miller going to put it on the floor. He's left sideline near the Quaker bench. Goes cross court, high right to Lincoln Murphy. 30 seconds to play. 41-41. Murphy works the ball toward the center circle. Now high left to Quinn Miller. Miller to Reed Wells. 18 seconds to play. Reed right of the center circle. Going to put it on the floor. Jelks guarding him. Passing does Reed right sideline to Quinn Miller. Miller dribbling, free throw line, left side extended, ball nearly stolen. Reed with it, 5.5 seconds to play. Reed dribbling toward the top of the key. Quakers going to utilize a timeout. Zach Ross wanted the timeout about 1.5 seconds sooner. But the clock showing 3.5 seconds to play. It's 41-41. New Philly and Wooster. Quakers with the basketball. Now any foul on Wooster puts the Quakers at the line. They've got 14 fouls in the quarter to the visiting Generals. So we'll see how this plays out. And they put a second back up on the clock. That's kind of surprising, Phil.
That is, to me as well, to be honest.
One of Wooster's assistant coaches saying, what is going on with that?
I guess Rod Miller wasn't quick enough, or he wasn't quick enough on the whistle or on the trigger over there.
I mean, you don't see that too often.
No, very, very seldom, unless one of the officials is looking right at it. That's the only thing I can say.
So it's 4.5 seconds to go in regulation. Quakes 41, Wooster 41. Isaac Roman Willie to inbound high on the right sideline. Looking, and what do we have? I think Wooster going to.
I thought Wooster they called a timeout. Probably to check and see what the Quakers were set up in. Now they're going to counter, so now the Quakers have to counter that.
I didn't see any indication. Now I'm looking at the officials, not at Coach Richardson. But, I mean, they handed it to Isaac Roman Willie. You can't call timeout then.
That is correct.
So apparently the officials saw Coach Richardson asking for timeout before they gave the ball to Isaac.
Yep, I'm sorry, Bill. What the Quakers just need to do, the Quakers need to get a good shot. That's all. And if I'm the Quakers, I'm probably looking to take the ball to the hole, trying to get fouled. Since the Quakers are shooting 2 from the foul line, I would probably look to take the ball to the rack and take my chances, if not play overtime.
Isaac Rowan Willie inbounding high on the right sideline, looking. And now the Quakers call time, and that's their last one.
Yeah, they can't call another one.
If they're getting trouble trying to inbound the basketball, they're just going to have to throw it in.
Well, they were going to have to do it, almost did it right there as well. The Quakers got to set a little better screens. You got to get a guy open. Whoever you want to get the ball, you got to set a screen for that man. And they're probably going to switch it, I assume. So the guy who's setting the screen has got to work on and think about slipping to the basket. Easy for me to say sitting up here, though, Bill. But, been in that situation many, many times.
A little bit less pressure up here than down there.
Heck, I'm never wrong up here.
41-41, Dover a winner tonight. Another JER broadcast game as they roll West Holmes. So again, Isaac Roman will lead inbound high on the right sideline. It's Isaac along with Aiden Mushrush, Lincoln Murphy, Reed Wells, and Quinn Miller. Well, what you don't want to do is give Wooster the basketball anywhere near midcourt. They get it into Quinn Miller. Miller into the front court, puts a shot up, blocked at the free throw line. We head for overtime. Miller was at the free throw line, put it up, it got blocked. As I mentioned, we are deadlocked at 41. We head for overtime. It is the Quakers and Wooster with WJER and Big Z Sports.
Hi, this is Doug Peterman. For decades, my family and I have been proud to serve Tuscarawas County with honest work and dependable service. At Peterman Plumbing and Heating, we know your home deserves more than a quick fix. It deserves solutions backed by real experience. From plumbing repairs and sewer jetting to kitchen and bath remodeling, our team brings proven skills to every project. When you call Peterman, you're getting a crew that treats your home like our own. Every single time. Peterman Plumbing and Heating. Plumbing solutions backed by experience.
Overtime basketball at the corner of Ray Avenue and 3rd Northwest in New Philadelphia. New Philly 41, Wooster 41. This game was tied at 34 at the end of the third quarter. Both teams put 7 on the scoreboard in the fourth quarter. So now we head for overtime, tied at 41. Aiden Mushrush to jump center against Trayvon Edwards. 6'6" against 6'3". And Wooster kind of conceding the jump ball, and Edwards wins it. Knocks it into the backcourt. And the Generals will start the extra session with the rock. Jack Thomas with the basketball off to Edwards. Edwards dribbles between the circles, goes back to Edwards, right at the key now into the hands of Jelks. Jelks off to Brock Bowen. Bowen guarded by Reed Wells. Drives free throw line, right side extended, nearly lost the basketball. Jelks got it back for Wooster. Jelks working it into the hands of Trayvon Edwards just to the right of the center circle. Right back to Jelks. 40 seconds into overtime, still tied at 41, the Quakers and the Generals. Shantz has the ball now, drives the right side of the lane, floats it up, dances on the rim and in. Samuel Shantz. 43-41, Wooster. They get the first points of the extra session. Reed Wells comes into the front court, dribbling high left, bounces it to Mushrush, top of the key. Now the Quakers go right corner to Quinn Miller. And a whistle and a foul. If that's on Edwards, he's done. It is on Edwards. He's called for holding Aiden Mushrush. So Edwards will have to check out. He'll be replaced by Drew Thomas, and the Quakers will go to the free throw line in the man of 6'6" senior Aiden Mushrush. Yeah, you can't let him in right there. T.R. Harriman is going to check in and replace Quinn Miller. You have to wait until after the first free throw. Aiden at the line. The Quakers down by 2. 2:58 to go in overtime. His first one up and in for Aiden Mushrush.
You know, in all honesty, I guess I don't understand that part of it. What makes a difference whether you go in on the first free throw or the second free throw?
I have no idea. All I know is that's the rule.
Yes, that is.
It's a great question. Aiden's second free throw, that one's no good. The ball tipped around, but Wooster comes away with the ball. So the visiting Generals have the ball in a 1-point lead, 43-42. 2:50 to play in overtime. Brock Bowen, the 6'3" junior with the basketball. He's in the front court, high right, into the hands of Adrian Jelks. Jelks, 5'11", only a sophomore. Boy, he is quick. Dribbling with the right hand, now the left, right of the center circle, back to that right-handed dribble. Jelks, guarded by T.R. Harriman. T.R. on him. Jelks working over to the right sideline in front of the Wooster bench. Jelks going across the court, gets it out, three-pointer by Bowen, and he drills it. 46-42. Bowen with 12 in the second half, 14 for the game. Wooster leading by 4. And honestly, I think that's their biggest lead of the game. Quakers outside, Lincoln Murphy gonna triple and hit it to cut the lead to 1, 46-45. A 1-point Wooster advantage with 1:50 to play in overtime. Jelks with the basketball for Wooster. Dribbling right side, guarded by Lincoln Murphy. Spins on Murphy, nearly lost it, regained it, handed it off to that talented freshman Chance. Chance going to put it on the floor and a whistle and a foul on Lincoln Murphy. Lincoln in disbelief at the call. Foul on Lincoln, his first, but that's the 4th team foul. So on the next foul and fouls thereafter, not on the offensive variety, Wooster will be shooting free throws. 1:39 to play, Wooster up by 1. And then a whistle and an offensive foul on Wooster. That's going to be charged on Drew Thomas. And because it's an offensive foul, no free throws. 46-45 Generals, 1:32 to play. Quakers will inbound, left sideline, three-quarter court in the backcourt. The ball to Reed Wells. Wells comes into the front court. Dribbling to the top of the key, double team, works to Murphy. Murphy over to Harriman, left sideline. Now the Quakes quickly rotate the ball, right side to Reed Wells. 1:17 to play in overtime. Quakers down by 1. Wells, top of the key, right wing. Jackson Martini going to shoot a 3. No good. Yanked down by Jelks on the rebound. 46-45 Wooster. And the Quakers screaming for an over and back call. They don't get it. Bowen with the basketball, right wing in front of the Wooster bench. Puts it on the floor, double teamed over in the right corner. Asks for timeout, and Wooster gets it with 52.3 seconds to play. Now, Phil, let me ask you this question, and I'm kind of embarrassed, frankly, to ask it. Over and back, it's where the ball is at? Because his foot was over the line, the ball was not.
Okay, my whole thing is that a player's feet and the ball have to be over the line. I did not see it. Did he come from the back court to the front court? If he did, then that should have been over. That should have been over and back because he didn't get established in the front court. Or excuse me, the back court. So I did not see it. I was writing again, of course. So if he went from their end of the hoop to the back side, and that should be an over and back call.
46-45. Wooster leading. 52.3 seconds to play. Generals with the basketball. We're going to inbound from the right baseline, about 3 feet to the right of their hoop. Bowen to throw it in. Looking, gets the ball to Shantz. Shantz going to dribble, throw it out high right to Jelks. Jelks back to Shantz. They're going to run some clock now, up by 1. Now to Jack Thomas, high left over to Jelks in the center circle, and T.R. Harriman going to be called for the foul. So that will put Wooster at the line to shoot a pair, leading by 1, 46-45, 38.2 to go. The sophomore, Adrian Jelks, at the line. He's in double figures with 11. Shooting 2. 2 waist-high dribbles. Jelks puts it up and in. 47-45 Wooster. Jelks about to get the basketball back. Quakers down by 2, 38 seconds remaining in overtime. His second shot's up, that's in. It's still a one-possession game, but the Quakers need a triple to tie it up. Lincoln Murphy to inbound. No pressure in the backcourt. As the Quakers get it into T.R. Harriman, he comes into the front court. Top of the key, 33 seconds to play. To Wells. Wells cutting inside the three-point arc left side to Mushrush. Now back to Wells. And the Quakers are going to call for time. So 26.3 seconds remaining in overtime. The Quakers down by 3, 48-45.
You know, they don't necessarily need a three-point shot right here. It would be nice, but, you know, there's plenty of time. You know, you're going to get 3 or 4 possessions each way, you know, if things play out the way many games do. But, you know, if they get a nice looking easy 2, you got to take the 2, and then you just got to commit a foul. That's all.
On the floor for the Quakers, it'll be Quinn Miller inbounding. He's on the floor with T.R. Harriman, Lincoln Murphy, Reed Wells, and Aiden Mushrush. Meanwhile, for Wooster, they send out Jack Thomas along with Brock Bowen, Drew Thomas, Samuel Shantz, and Jelks. Quakers to inbound, left sideline in front of their own bench. Quinn Miller to trigger in, throws it into the backcourt to Reed Wells, 25 seconds to play. Wells into the front court. Hands it off right wing to Quinn Miller to T.R. Harriman, 19 to go, back to Quinn. Quinn back to Harriman. They'll spot up for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Ball tipped around. Wooster the rebound. The Quakers commit a foul. The Quakes now in trouble. Down by 3 with Wooster going to the line. 10.8 seconds to play. And with 10.8 to go, that foul's on Quinn Miller, so he's done for the night. Becomes the first Quaker to foul out. And if Wooster can convert on either of these free throws, it becomes a 2-possession game with under 11 seconds to go. So it's Jack Thomas at the line, shooting a pair. Thomas, a 6'1 sophomore, off the back of the rim and no good. Now the Quakers have no timeouts left, at least according to the scoreboard. They're going to have to get it into the front court if he misses here and get a 3 in a hurry. His second shot, that is in. Wooster leads by 4. Quakers inbound into Reed Wells. Wells into the front court. Steps back, puts up a 3, partially blocked. Mushrush rebounds. That shot blocked by Thomas. Quakers going to hoist another shot, a banked in 3, but that's the end of the game. And Wooster hangs on for a 1-point, 49-48 victory as the Quakers fall on their home court. The Generals picking up the win on the road tonight. Our high school basketball postgame show starting now with Big Z and the sports voice of the Valley.
At Newtown Mall, it's a great time anytime. Sure, we've got shopping, lots of it, but did you know we're also your local entertainment hub? From exciting events to fun-filled childcare services and a versatile event space, there's always something happening. Stay in the loop. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook or visit newtownmall.com. Newtown Mall, your destination for shopping, events, and more.
Newtown Mall, a great time anytime. Newtown Mall, this town is your town.
This holiday season, Dover Philly Federal Credit Union celebrates the joy of community.
We're proud to be here for you.
Whether it's supporting local schools,
empowering families with financial wellness,
or making a difference in neighborhoods across our region.
Thank you for trusting us with your financial journey.
From all of us at Dover Philly, we wish you a joyful holiday and a bright new year ahead.
Together, let's make the new year the best year yet. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back into the high school basketball postgame show on the Sports Voice of the Valley. New Philadelphia losing a tough one tonight, falling to Wooster 49-48. This game was led by Wooster at the end of the first quarter, 16-11. But the Quakers would come storming back, both offensively and defensively, in the second quarter with a 15-3 advantage. Built a 7-point lead going into the locker room at the half, 26-19. But Wooster came out putting up 15 points on the board in the third quarter as they look like completely different Wooster offensive teams from the first quarter to the second, from the second quarter to the third. We were tied at 34 going into the fourth quarter. Then both teams would score 7 apiece in the fourth quarter. 41-41, and we were headed for overtime, and Wooster would gain the advantage in the overtime by the slimmest of margins, outscoring New Philly 8-7 to finish with a 49-48 victory. The Quakers, with the loss, slipping to 2-2 in conference play and 4-2 for the season. Coming up as a part of our high school basketball post-game show, Phil and I will name a Subway player of the game, brought to you by our locally Fitzgerald family-owned Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. New Philadelphia falling to Wooster tonight, 49-48 in overtime on Big Z Sports and the Sports Voice of the Valley.
When it comes to one of the most important transactions of your life, you need a team that understands you. Republic State Mortgage. Proudly supporting our local community, Republic State Mortgage specializes in FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans to help you find your way home. Call 330-339-4335 today. Republic State Mortgage, 1234 Street Southwest in New Philadelphia. Building relationships one home at a time.
NMLS number 211540, NMLS ID 62411, an equal housing lender.
Whether you're looking for a little extra income on the side or an exciting full-time career with endless potential for advancement, our local McDonald's has an opportunity for you. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, fun perks, and a supportive team environment are all part of the package. A job at McDonald's is one of a kind, just like you. Wherever you are in life, you can find a meaningful career at McDonald's, and it comes with a side of whatever makes you happy. Apply online at mcdonalds.com today.
High school basketball on WJER.com and the Big Z Sports YouTube page. New Philadelphia falling to Wooster 49-48 in overtime. Up next for the Quakers, their first of two matchups this season with arch rival Dover. That game coming up on Tuesday night. It'll be on the Crimson Tornadoes home floor. You'll hear that game on 100.9 and AM 1450 WJER. Elsewhere in sports coverage coming up this weekend on the Sports Voice of the Valley, Browns football on Sunday afternoon as they square off with red-hot Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. On that contest, you'll hear it beginning with the pregame show. And they've got an extended pregame show, make no doubt about it, on the Browns radio network. That'll start Sunday morning at 11 o'clock with kickoff from the stadium at 1 as Andrew Siciliano along with the Browns broadcast team, bring you all of the play-by-play action. Coming up, we'll have stat reports in tonight's matchup, and again, name our Subway player of the game. New Philadelphia falling to Wooster 49-48 with Big Z Sports and the sports voice of the Valley.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans.
Learn more about First Federal Community Bank at firstfed.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
OCC action with the sports voice on the Valley as New Philadelphia falling tonight in overtime 49-48 to Wooster. Mentioned that the Dover Tornadoes, the first matchup of the season with Dover, coming up Tuesday night. Also next week after Christmas, New Philadelphia will head down to Toronto High School in Jefferson County, where they will take on West Muskingum in one of those holiday classics next Saturday, December 27th, a 6:45 tip-off time with the WJER sports team. Time now to name our Subway player of the game, brought to you by our locally family-owned Fitzgerald family Subway restaurants, Subway, Eat Fresh, and Quakers senior guard Reed Wells, our Subway player of the game. Reed had a game-high 18 for the Quakers tonight in the contest as New Philadelphia fell in overtime. Reed 4 triples in the opening half and finished with 18 to lead Zach Ross's team tonight. Reed Wells, our Subway player of the game. When you want the latest on sports with WJER and Big Z, be sure to check out both the Big Z Sports Facebook page and the WJER Sports Facebook page, keeping you updated not only on high school basketball in the Valley, but also on all the other sports going on, whether it's boys basketball, girls basketball this time of the year, wrestling, and more. You can find it on the Big Z Sports Facebook page and the WJER Sports Facebook page as well. We'll take a timeout, come back, and run down some of the final stats from tonight's contest. Wooster downing New Philadelphia 49-48 in overtime on the sports voice of the Valley.
To be a success in basketball, it takes a team effort, a smart coach, a take-charge starting lineup, and cooperation. And the same is true when it comes to insurance. Your local insurance agents, Nathan and Don Kemp, and the team at Kemp Insurance are dedicated to providing a strong lineup of plans for a winning future. Let Kemp Insurance provide you with all-star coverage for your auto, home, farm, business, and life. For a secure financial future, get the winning team at Kemp Insurance on your side. Kemp Insurance, your local hometown agents for over 35 years. East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
Always a part of the high school basketball postgame show is our Kemp Insurance postgame stat report, brought to you by Don and Nathan Kemp at Kemp Insurance, East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Now with a look at all of the team numbers from tonight's contest, here's the coach, Phil Tidrick.
Okay, thanks, Bill. For the visiting Generals from Wooster in the second half, they went 8 of 12 inside the arc. You know, they shot 67%. 2 of 7 behind the arc. In the second half, 10 of 19, 53% for the Generals. For the game, Generals 12 of 24 from inside the arc, 50%. 5 of 18, 28% behind it. They were 17 of 42, 40%. 10 of 14 from the free throw line, 71%. 24 rebounds, 9 turnovers, 6 assists. For New Philadelphia, New Philadelphia only took 8 field goals in the second half from inside the three-point line, made 4 50%. 3 of 13 behind the arc, 23%. They were 7 of 21, 33% from the floor in the second half. 5 of 6 free throws in the second half. And for the game, the Quakers 9 of 20 from inside the three-point line, 45%. 7 of 22 behind the arc, 32%. They were 16 of 42. That's 38% from the floor for the game. 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 75%. They got out-rebounded 24-22 after out-rebounding the Generals by 7 in the first half. That's kind of a tale of, really the tale of two halves, to be honest. Had 9 turnovers, 10 assists on their 16 buckets. And unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and we'll take a quick break and come back with individual stats of tonight's basketball game.
You have to refresh to be fresh. And at Subway, they're always evolving to serve up craveable food and a great workplace. Subway is committed to nurturing talent and growing careers. Whether you'd like to become a part-time sandwich artist or if you're looking for a career in management, Subway wants to meet you. Subway's mission is to fuel your potential with competitive wages, flexible hours, opportunities for benefits, even a meal plan to keep you feeling fresh and full. Apply today by visiting Subway.com and clicking on Careers.
Okay, welcome to post game here. Individual stats for the night. Wooster victory. Leading the Wooster contingent was 6-foot freshman Samuel Shantz, who ended the night with 13 points. He had 4 2-point shots and 5 free throws for 13. 5'11" sophomore Adrian Delk also ended the night with 13 points. You had Brock Bowen, the 6'3" junior, who added 11 for 3 guys in the double figures. Then you had Trayvon Edwards, who hit a triple for 3. You had Jack Thomas, who hit a 2, a 3, and a throw for 6. And you had Javon Mitchell, who hit a triple for 3. For New Philadelphia on the night, they were led by the Subway player of the game, 5'8", senior point guard Reed Wells, who ended the night 14 points in the first half, only took 1 2-point shot and 3 3-point shots in the second half. He finished with 18. You had almost reaching double figures was Aiden Mushrush, who had 6 in the first half, only got 1 shot in the second half to finish with 9. You had Lincoln Murphy, had a 2, a 3, and 3 throws for 8. You had Jackson Martini, who had 2 threes and a deuce for 8. You had Harper Mushrush, who had a bucket for 2. Isaac Roman-Willie, who had a bucket for 2. And Quinn Miller, who had a bucket for 2 as well. Leading rebounders, Aiden Mushrush had 6. Jackson Martini had 5. Reed Wells led the way with 5 assists. Bill?
It all adds up to a loss for the Quakers as they fall to Wooster 49-48 in overtime. That is our Kemp Insurance post-game stat report. Get a free quote on all of your insurance needs from Don or Nathan Kemp coming up first thing on Monday morning. Kemp Insurance East High in New Philadelphia. Our thanks this evening to our on-site producer, Marcus Clemence from Claxon Communications, my color analyst and stat man, Phil Tidrick. Most of all, thank you for listening. Wooster edging New Philly 49-48 in overtime. I'm Bill Morgan, and I'll see you at a game.
You've been listening to New Philadelphia Quaker Basketball with Big Z Sports on WJER from the Republic State Mortgage Mobile Studio. Special features in tonight's game included the Dover Philly Heating and Cooling Tip-Off, the Wendy's starting lineup, the National Anthem brought to you by First Federal Community Bank, the Wood Electric Coaches Corner Show, the Commercial and Savings Bank Keys to the Game, the Kemp Insurance Stat Report, the McInturf Realty Halftime Show, and the Subway Player of the Game. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Newtown Mall, Dover Break, Dover Philly, your credit union, Time and Charm, Hua Refinishing, and your local Lewis Family McDonald's restaurants. For the best coverage of Quaker basketball all season long, there is only only one Big Z Sports on WJER, the sports voice of the Valley.